All right, cool. Yes.
All right.
Yes, mate. All right.
Back from our usual little break.
Yeah. To be fair, this time it wasn't just because we couldn't be asked. It was because I was
No.
actually away, and oh, well,
We're good.
I'm getting. Wait, hang on. My microphone. Let me try now. Okay, I think that's better. I was getting reverb, so everything I was saying in the back. Well,
I was like, it's fine. What are you on about? But yeah.
I'll carry on. I'll just. All right. Do you want to? I don't know if you've got your fantasy open, but if you want to get started,
Yeah.
I'll try and sort this out in the meantime.
All right. Let me just remember what the fuck I'm doing. A few weeks off. Let's get this league up.
I just realised why it was.
What have you done?
I had YouTube open, so I was literally like watching it on another tab.
I did wonder that. I thought, nah, surely
I've never done that before in my life. That is a first. All right, that's all good. I was really confused then.
All right, let me check.
All right, cool. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we haven't got any deadlines to contend with. Yeah, we got a fair bit to catch up on, seeing as it's been like we missed 3 weeks of shows. You've actually
somehow I checked this the other night. I don't know how, but I'm beating you.
I know. To be fair, you've closed the points gap a fair bit as well.
Yeah, I didn't really know that. I think I haven't spent that much on transfers because I did the early-ish wild card. I don't think I've taken more than a -4 this season.
I've done a -4 the last 2 weeks, which I really didn't want. The annoying thing is, the last 2 or 3 weeks, all the transfers I've done have been forced. I haven't been able to actually do anything that I wanted to, really, because it just like injuries and suspensions and it's been a bit fucked.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries out there at the moment.
Yeah. So injuries have been bad. Yeah, a few suspensions like Gusto getting sent off, and there's been a few others. And then the thing that I think I was about 800,000th overall, which was all right. I was in a pretty strong position. That was before the Newcastle game, the 8-0. And then ever since then, it's not having any Newcastle players for that game.
I needed that game. I was probably one of the only people that had Trippier. A lot of people had Botman that week. He scored, obviously, as well. So I didn't gain as much. But yeah, I needed that because I was on about 25 points.
Yeah, so I'm not having either because obviously, but that was the thing. Botman scoring as well, and like Trippier assists plus the clean sheet.
Didn't Burn score as well? So it's like all of the Newcastle defenders.
Yeah.
Pick. Yeah.
Now I've dropped to like 2.2 mil or something. So since that game, that was only what was that last game week?
Yeah,
it was the last game of the last game week, and then this game week I didn't have a very good week either. So yeah, I've dropped from 800 to like 2.2 mil. So yeah, I need to sort it out really.
Yeah, I brought for this game week that I'm on the screen now. I think I brought in so I had 2 free transfers, and I wasn't even going to do anything. And then I was like, Alvarez, I need to get on him sooner rather than later, so put him in. Oh, hang on, this was the week before. So yeah, week before I put Alvarez and then Buemo in. That didn't work out. But then Alvarez scored this week, and I put Botman in as well, and then obviously he didn't play. So I didn't even have enough players to field an 11 because my bench.
Yeah, I mean that's mad. I mean, I took a -4, but considering you basically played with 9 players and you still beat me, that's not ideal. Yeah, I did the same too. I did the same 2 weeks ago in Buemo and Alvarez, and Buemo's an annoying one because it's like sort of just missed. They had a couple of good fixtures, didn't they? But they're playing shit now.
They are. We missed the boat on that one, basically, didn't we? Like we like the lead up to the season, we were like, Buemo, and then neither of us had him. And I think he did really well the first couple of weeks, didn't he? And then he's just dropped off.
Yeah, Paj is there. Yes, Paj. All right, mate.
Good to have you, Paj. Yeah, so it started, returns in 3 of the first 4 weeks, and the last 3 weeks he's got nothing. So
yeah. So
I'll
they've
give
got United away this week, which I know United are pretty shit at the moment, but it's
Mhm.
not a great fixture for him. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mistake.
Sterling as well. Obviously, he didn't even start the last game, and then when he came on, he got a yellow basically straight away.
Yeah, I took him out last week for Diaby, who got 8 points, so that was all right.
Did you have Diaby at the start and then get rid of him, and now you've got him back?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got rid of him. So I had a couple of really tough fixtures. So it wasn't too bad, but then and then I brought him back in. Alvarez. To be fair, the players I've taken out haven't really done anything either. So it's just the -4 that have hurt me. Like I took out Luis Diaz. Obviously, he was benched one game, and then last game obviously had that goal disallowed, which should have counted.
Crazy.
Nketiah I had, and he's still been starting, so I thought, I might have made a mistake, but he's been starting but not done anything.
Yeah, because of the Martinelli injury. But yeah, like you said, he hadn't done anything. So
yeah, but it's Newcastle and Trippier especially, and I had a plan basically to get Trippier in, but then he went up in price so much that I couldn't do it anymore.
yeah,
Now,
I think is he 6.8 now? I think.
Yeah. So I'm struggling a bit. But did you see Stupiman's out for a month now?
Yeah, Stupiman's out for a month. Yeah, I think I took him out for Botman because they had bad fixtures, and I don't think he scored the own goal as well, didn't he, the other week? So that actually worked.
I wasn't even going to start him in that game. I was going to play Chilwell because obviously Gusto got sent off. Yeah, Chilwell was definitely going to play, and they got a clean sheet against Fulham as well. So I was going to play him and bench Stupiman.
Yeah,
and then Chilwell obviously got injured last week, so he had to play and he got -2, which fucked me. And I was going to take out Chilwell for Trippier, but then by the time I did it, it was too late. I couldn't afford him.
Yeah,
is Botman still injured?
But so I think Howe in his press conference said that he's injured, but it's not bad. So obviously there's an international break in there after this game week, so he will be back after that little break. So I think I'll be holding him for now. I think they've still got pretty good fixtures. So he's back after international break. Obviously, it would have been nice to have him. Although I've got Ward-Prowse, so in a way, I didn't really want them playing each other next week. And then Palace and Wolves and Bournemouth 3 out of the next 4, so pretty decent.
Yeah, that is pretty decent. I've brought in Dan Burn now, so at least I've got some sort of Newcastle cover. But if you don't have Dan Burn, obviously he scored in the Champions League, didn't he? He does pop up goals.
He just powers over people.
Yeah, he's a tank. I mean, he's obviously the main man to aim at for set pieces.
It's weird because they brought that Lewis Hall in, who's left back, and I don't think he's played. I don't know if he's injured or not, but he hasn't played a minute. I don't think. But fair play to Burn. He has been playing well. So
yeah, but Trippier, like you said ages ago, it's just the fact he's basically guaranteed bonus. It's just guaranteed bonus. Probably gets loads of assists. So not having him is killing me at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did notice that I know it's the League Cup, but they bought that Livramento, didn't they, from Southampton as his backup? So I just wonder, will he miss the occasional game after Champions League? He didn't do last week. I'm hoping he doesn't this week. Obviously played 90 minutes against PSG, but
I doubt it.
He's a 90-minute man, isn't he? And he's in form.
Yeah, he's captain as well, isn't he? I think it's just
too important.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a quick look at mine, but we'll look ahead mainly. So it's basically just get through this last game week before the international break, and then hopefully, for me, Gusto will be back from suspension.
Although James is due back from injury at basically the same time, but maybe they'll rate him back a bit slower. And Gusto was playing well, and with Chilwell being out, I think he'll probably still get games at either right back or left back. So I think I'm going to hold him for now, just because I can't afford to really
Mm.
make any he's on the bench anyway, so I might as well. Okay, he's going to lose a bit of value, but there isn't really the only other 4 mil defender I saw that would be worth it is there's Johnny Evans, but I don't think he's now Varane's back. He's not playing.
Nah, he ain't gonna play.
And then you've got Lascelles, who played really well against PSG.
Oh, did he play that game? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's 3.9, but then, like I said, Botman's back after internationals, and he'll probably.
I think I'm tempted to. If Estupiñán's out for a month, Lamptey's 3.9.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Lamptey started the other week, didn't he? And he got like 2 assists. And
yeah,
I think a couple of weeks ago, he started a game. I think Estupiñán was benched.
Yeah, I don't know what their fixtures. I know they got Liverpool this week, but then after
Liverpool and then Man City. So
yeah, but then after that,
But then with an international break, when Estupiñán, I don't know when he's back. I think it's going to be at least a month, but it might not be that long until he's actually back. So, but that was one I was thinking of maybe trying to save some money and put Lamptey in, and then maybe trying to get Trippier in because then I could actually afford him.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good shout.
Yeah, but my two transfers actually did all right. I thought I did a bit better last week, but because I brought in Diaby and Burn, at least they did something.
Lene's fine form come to an end.
Yeah,
still a good differential though. For what was it, 3 weeks he returned for you? I think
2, but they were like big returns. It was like bonus. Like bonus points and stuff, but. Turner was on my bench where you played him. He got 3, so I could have been a bit better off.
I find a good value goalkeeper this season. I mean, you've done well with Leno. I think I probably should have got on Areola earlier. Now, I'm a bit stuck with Turner because he's gone up to 4.3 now. I think Areola, but
I think. Maybe having Areola and Turner as your 2 is probably.
If I had wildcard, that's the way I'd be going because you're saving probably.
But now he's 4.3, so it wouldn't even be that as big a saving because I think
I think Raya's still 4.4. I know we've been conceding a few, but I think our fixtures must get a bit better after City, maybe.
The one thing that's been good for me, or for us probably, is that Man City just haven't really been keeping many clean sheets. Well, they got one.
Yeah,
they got one first game of the season. They got one a couple of weeks ago, but they've been conceding most games. So, like, I know there's a lot of Edison's about a lot of.
There is,
yeah.
I haven't really seen any. I think there's like a few teams each week which really, beat everyone by like 20, 30 points. But in general, it's quite low scoring weeks.
Yeah.
It's easy to get sucked into the mindset of like, I've only got 40 points this week. But like 40 is like average. I think at the moment it's just patience waiting for injuries.
Yeah. There's been a few players in it that made the difference. Like last week, but all the ones that did well last week did pretty shit this week. But it was like Matoma, Bruno.
Yeah.
Those 2 especially. But then obviously last week they did nothing. So it's kind of like, I mean, and then who was there? Was someone last week who got a big score? I can't remember.
Let's have a look at the team of the week from.
Have a quick look.
Is that on status?
I think is it if you go on your own points.
Team of the week. Yeah,
highest points. Yeah.
So Colwell got an assist and a clean sheet, didn't they? A few people have got.
I think Rye's got him.
Odegaard, there's a few of them about, and Watkins.
17 points for Odegaard. Oh yeah, Watkins. 23. Like you said, most people had got rid of him but Greg had him, which was
that's what I mean. There's like a small percentage that had him that have obviously done really well.
Yeah, and then those that brought in Morris actually did get rewarded. To be fair, 10 points.
That Foster as well that I was thinking about from Burnley. Obviously, he was suspended for the first game, but then he scored in the second.
Yeah,
I still might keep a little eye on him. He seems to be a bit of a goal scorer.
Yeah. All right. So what transfers have you done?
Yeah, let's have a look at my team.
I really don't want to take another -4. I went the whole season without taking any -4s, and then I did the last 2 weeks. So this week, I really I'm trying not to.
So that week where I panicked and put Alvarez and Buemo in, I had to take someone out, and the one I took out was Maddison because he had Arsenal and then Liverpool. I don't think he did anything against Liverpool, but he did get 2 assists against us, so that backfired.
Yeah.
I've had to bring him back in because he's just one that you just got to have in your team the whole season now. It's like obvious that he's the main man. Like even with Son there, like he's been coming off after like 70 minutes each week. I think they think he's got a bit of a like recurring injury that they're, obviously not risking and playing the whole game. Although I saw that Solomon's now injured for a couple of months. So Son, he's the one that usually comes on for Son. Maybe Richarlison will get some more minutes. Obviously, I had him at the start, but so I had to do a -4. I took. Who did I take out?
Son is tempting though, still. Well, then it's like,
home to Luton. Away to Luton. It's like seems silly not to have him, but I just can't afford to spend. Basically, I think who was the defender I got rid of? I've put Pedro Porro in.
Yeah.
He seems nailed on at right back now, and both of the fullbacks are quite attacking.
Yeah.
I think you've either got Salah or Son. I don't see many teams that are going to be able to afford both, and then have good as midfield as that. So I think Brighton have been conceding a lot of goals. I'm happy to stick with Salah over Son for now, and I'm just basically hoping that Porro gets a clean sheet. Maybe he gets an assist to help cover any loss on Son. Obviously, Son could score like a hat trick. But I made my transfers quite early, and then obviously the Saka injury came up in midweek. But Arteta said in his press conference today that he's in contention, so I reckon he'll start. It'll be a bench. Yeah,
he's like hobbled off injured for the last 3 or 4 matches. Like every time, and it looks like he's actually injured, and then he's always all right. He's picked in the England squad as well, and that
was a bit of a giveaway as well.
Yeah.
The only thing this week is but I think it's going to be the same for everyone. I've got a lot of players playing each other, so City, Arsenal, West Ham, Newcastle. I think that's the other reason I took somebody else out because it was too many. Liverpool, the ones I think you got to keep an eye on. Their fixtures get good. I mean, you could say that Brighton's a good fixture, but after that, look at this. It's like other than Man City, that's pretty good as you could ask for. So it's like Trent's obviously back, so it's like thinking about maybe trying to get him in, or Diaz seems like probably the most sensible option, or maybe Szoboszlai. Did you see Szoboszlai's goal last week? Absolute power blaster.
Was that against Leicester?
Was it against? Actually, no. Yeah, it was against Leicester.
Yeah. I actually didn't because I just saw we got dicked and I didn't bother watching him. But he's been doing all right. So is this with a -4 or not?
Yeah, this is -4. I just need to remember who I took out.
I don't know whether to do it or not because
I think a lot of people. I think -4 is going to be like average this week because of all the injuries and people like Son in. Who did I take out then? Oh, Vardio I've given up on because he's not certain to play. So he came out. Pedro Porro came in for exactly the same price. And then the -4 was Sterling out for Maddison back in. So I think that's a pretty good swap. Quite happy with that team. I think Maddison captain is a pretty safe shout. I mean, Haaland could score a few against us, but
I'm like, wait, let's.
Do you want to get yours up?
Yeah, let's have a quick look at mine. I was tempted to go for Son actually. Not for Son. What am I on about? I haven't got him. I would go for Son if I had him. No, for Salah. Like Brighton haven't been.
Yeah, I'm tempted. Salah as well.
Paja's saying, we got Stoner as well. Yes, Stoner.
Stoner.
And Paja's saying -8. He reckons. Paj loves a -8.
Yeah, he loves it.
So maybe I should, because basically, I think now actually looking at it, I think I probably will need to take a -4 because.
So what transfer have you made already then?
Again, I did an early one. It was Matty Cash.
Yeah.
For Chilwell. So Chilwell, I had to keep him last week, even though he's injured, because I'd already taken a -4 by that point. In hindsight, I probably should have just done it because their Stupinan came in and got a fucking -2. So so I've gone for Matty Cash. Villa got some good fixtures. some very
Yeah.
good fixtures, like a good run. So I've gone for him. And then, but now with Superman injured, it is tempting to get a Spurs defender in there.
Yeah, because I think
Because
obviously with
otherwise I'm going to have to play Saliba. Like you said, I'd have Saliba, Saka, Alvarez, and Haaland all
I think that.
playing.
Or what about if you took Gusto out? You're probably better off taking a stupid one, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because Gusto, I mean, at least he's 4.1, so
Yeah.
whatever. And he will be back from suspension, whereas the Stupidan's out for a while. So,
I
sorry.
expect a lot of people are going to be wildcarding either this week or next week. Next week would probably be a good time to, well, maybe not with the international breaks. It might be like there's always like the South Americans, which always come back late, and you never know if they're going to play or not the week after. Because the fixture swing is like Villa, Liverpool. Who else have got good fixtures coming up? Liverpool, Villa, and United. But obviously, don't really know with United. I was thinking about trying to get Højlund in at some point because he is starting to look promising. But it would mean probably taking Alvarez out, so I can't really be doing that. But I think Højlund could be a good differential if you're trying to catch up a little bit.
How much is Højlund?
7.1.
7.1. I mean, well, I would love to get Son in for Mbuemo. Like, not this week, but like as a longer term thing. Then
how much money does
with this team? I'd have to save 1.1, so it'd probably have to be. It would have to be Alvarez coming out for a cheaper striker, probably.
But he's such good value now, isn't he? Because he's like taking free kicks and corners and just playing really well. And loads of people have got him. It's almost like you've got to have him. Although their fixtures get harder, but City are pretty fixture proof.
Yeah.
I would like to have a third striker. I mean, at least you've got Semenyo who plays.
He's not, but he's stopped playing now.
Oh, is he?
he's been on the bench the last few weeks. Yeah.
It would be because like I've got in with my injury problems as well. If Saka doesn't start, I'm fucked. I've got no one on the bench. I've got that Macaulay from Luton, Gusto, and Bob. That's my bench. So I could potentially be playing with 10 players again this week, or if anyone's rotated as well.
Yeah.
You done it, yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. Fuck it. So
your doggy's the safer one because you could get. They've got a couple of other right back Spurs, haven't they? Like Emerson.
He's a bit cheaper as well. I think I was actually going to go for Porro because he's a bit more of a differential. But Emerson Royale, like, is there a chance that he might play occasionally? Like,
if they were in Europe, yeah. But I think they've got such a solid team now. They're just playing the same team every week.
Yeah,
he does look good. Gets forward a lot.
I probably would have gone for Porro, but it's just the fact he's slightly more expensive. So fuck it. Yeah, and then captain, I think I will go for Salah. Brighton obviously just had a game away to Marseille, which I imagine they put a fairly strong team out. They are conceding goals. Estupiñán's out, so I'm hoping Salah might get some joy in that game. And
he actually played 45 minutes yesterday, didn't he? In their Europa League game. They make
Salah.
Yeah.
That's fine then. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I wonder if I might have to have a little look through actually, because if there might be a lot of teams out there that have got Son and therefore not got Salah, so it probably would make more sense for me to put Salah captain.
Yeah, the thing is with Salah's more likely to score than Madders. Madders will get in he's pretty solid for assists and stuff, but Salah's more likely to score and probably get like bonus as well. I don't know.
With Brighton as well is like they're a bit crazy in the sense that they just refuse to play any other way. They're going to play attacking football, whoever they're playing against. So it's like, you'd be expecting Liverpool to get a couple of goals in that game, and if that's the case, then obviously Salah's going to be involved.
Post is actually calmed down with -4. Sloaner, I don't know, mate. You tell us when you did a -8. I don't know. All right, cool. Yeah, so I feel I'll go with that. It's not too bad a team. I just need to get to this international break, and hopefully things will start.
Who
Okay.
Fulham got this week?
Sheffield United at home.
Oh,
So
happy days.
yeah. So Leno, yeah, he's actually. I think after that, maybe his fixtures get a bit more. Yeah, they've got.
Yeah, see, I put faith in that Flecken for Brentford, and they've been awful recently. As I've got him and Turner both concede goals galore every week, so it's like not ideal.
Yeah,
Keeps is one of those positions I just can't do at the moment.
there's not that many clean sheets going about though. Most of the defensive returns are attacking. Like Newcastle have obviously been the ones the last couple of weeks, but like Arsenal aren't keeping clean sheets. I just said Man City aren't really.
Chelsea, I just had the wrong players.
Yeah, the whole like Chilwell getting dropped and stuff was just a fucking absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's have a little look at how the league's panning out.
You zoom in a
But
bit.
yeah, I was right up there. No, like, yeah, no, there's a bit of a gap. Pretty tight. So me.
Can you zoom in again?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
So first is Sean. He's from my old 30 team in Bristol. He got, where is he overall? 81,000 overall.
He's doing well then.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Watkins last week.
Bowen.
Yeah, Purnell's got Bowen as well.
They are looking good, West Ham.
Yeah. Sanchez, that's probably the keeper you want for 4.5 or whatever.
Yeah.
I did think about that a couple of weeks ago, but at the time I had Sterling, Chilwell, and Gusto, so I couldn't. But now I think he would probably be, the best replacement. I might have to get Leno out because their fixtures are going to get fucked after this.
Well, maybe not.
Even Chelsea, though, that's a pretty solid run. Yeah, you might want to in December. That's the time to get him in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You can ask for a better run then.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll know a bit more about Chelsea by then as well. Like, hopefully, they'll have a bit more of a settled team, and you can start picking players that are actually going to play.
Yeah.
I think
I
think Sterling was ill. He wasn't dropped. It's just one of those where you just didn't know about it beforehand.
Yeah. I just realised Greg's flown up the table to 5th. Obviously.
Yeah, Watkins.
Gordon, I think, is a decent shout, but I just happened to check because he said I just brought Gordon in, and then I saw he was on 4 yellows, and then he got booked. So
bring him in. Another good one at that price is Neto. He was 5.6. I think he might have just gone up actually 5.7.
Yeah.
He's like the talisman for Wolves, isn't he? So
yeah, he was one who last season I was like, he's such good value. I think he was 5, and then obviously I think he's still coming back. Like, it took him ages. But Greg's got a decent team there with Trippier and Walker and Watkins, and fair play. He's not many people stuck with Watkins, even though, like Greg said, he has actually returned most games, but it's just been like an assist.
Assist, yeah.
5, 5, 5, 2, 5, 9, 23.
Yeah, but now he's found the back of the net in a couple of games in a row. Carry on.
And like I say, their fixtures are so good. So he's one to.
I've noticed that they're playing that Duran up front in the Conference League as well, so he's always rested. Definitely start every Prem game.
So they said, had him then got rid of Sanchez. Probably a good shout. Like I said, you probably don't want him for the next few weeks. Page.
Oh, he's got Son already, so he's set up quite nicely. What's his bench saying? Because obviously he's got.
So like you said, Son and no Salah. So it's like you probably have one or the other.
Yeah. I think a lot of people look at that Brighton game and think, I can do without a Liverpool player. But like we said, like Brighton's defense is pretty.
The trouble with Spurs against Luton, that has got a Son couple of goals written all over it.
I think the only way you can get him and Salah is to sacrifice. Like Saka would have to go down dramatically to and you can't really be doing that.
Saka just keeps returning, so you can't. Yeah, you can't.
I've seen
really.
a few have been saying that are on wildcards, get Salah and Son and risk not having Haaland, but I think that's just too. If he scores 2 or 3 against us this weekend, you're going to want to put him back in. Then you're going to have to make loads of transfers to change your template. So,
I mean, that's the thing. He's not been doing that great, but he still had 1 week where he got 20, 1 week, and 1 where he got 13. So when that happens and you don't have him, I think it's Josh Advani has like tried to not have him all season, but like
Bona did as well to start with. I think he's realised now that he has to have him. I think he put him back in last week maybe, and he didn't do anything. But yeah,
and look where Advani is, and he's normally up there. But Advani's main problem is that he's fucking just stubborn with United. Like Rashford, Bruno, and Højlund captain in that last match.
They only scored like 45 goals last season in the whole season. So it's like having 3 United attackers is they're going to score more than 2 goals in a week.
They are shocking at the minute. And like, I don't know what's happened to Rashford. Like last season, he became like you had to have him, and this year, luckily, I didn't. I literally got rid of him after game week 1 because I could see that they were shit. But like, yeah,
I think Bruno's still potentially if they've got good fixtures. I think they've got Sheffield United straight after the international break, so I would be keen to maybe with City's fixtures getting a bit harder, it could be worth chancing taking Alvarez out, but.
Yeah, but he's returning though. So
now Grealish is back. They've got more options, so it's more likely that he'll get more rest. And obviously Doku's playing well as well. But yeah, I think he's playing so well at the moment you can't take him out.
This is Paj's team. He's saying he swapped Mbeumo and Wissa for Watkins and Anderson.
Anderson looked good against PSG when he came on. I just don't know if he's going to get many starts.
Paj is going to be one of the only people I think I've seen all season so far. Which normally you go with 3 strikers, isn't it? I've often, most of the time, I swear I've usually played 3-4-3.
You usually do. Last season I was mainly 1 striker just because I stick Haaland up there and then max out on the midfield and defence because attackers are obviously more likely to score, but
you need them to get 2 really, or like
you need them to get 2 because a lot of times I score 1 and in like a 3-0 win and they still won't get any bonus.
Yeah. But that's a solid attack. You'll have Watkins, Alvarez, and Haaland. I mean, if you are going to take Alvarez out, other than Watkins, like what options are there really? I was thinking maybe Jesus when he came back from injury, but he's obviously been playing on the left wing and not really been.
He doesn't score enough, does he?
Doesn't score enough. There aren't really. I don't know who else you could.
Yeah, I was looking the other day. Like I said, Højlund potentially if United pick up. Obviously Ferguson at Brighton with their fixtures changing, but then again.
But then they've got too much rotation. So they've got him. Welbeck still gets games.
That's you can't risk putting Ferguson in at 6 when you can get like
Alvarez for like
every week in midfield for 6.5. Or Alvarez for 7 now. But
yeah, I think like Darwin could still be potentially one, but again, it's like he's not guaranteed to start.
No. And Gakpo scored the last couple of games, so it's like, is he back in favour again now? I think he's pretty nailed on, especially with is Jota. He's suspended, isn't he? He got sent off in the.
That hasn't been overturned then, is it? No, I don't think.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I know that they were complaining about it a lot. So Paj but it's pretty tight. Like
quite a lot of teams over 400 points.
Yeah, I'm 408. Paj 401.
Is Use above me? This is a joke.
Yeah.
Fuck it now.
63. So he must have had Watkins then, is it? Oh, and Ben White.
Yeah.
14. Oh, and Odegaard, man. Like.
Yeah. They took 3 different penalty takers now, isn't it?
Yeah, the fucking joke. So annoying.
I hate that. It's like you always used to be able to rely on, like, if you had to choose between 2 8.5 midfielders in the same team, and one was on penalties, and it's just obvious. But now it's like, and the thing that really pisses me off is you see them standing there with the ball under their arm. You're like, yes, and then they just at the last minute just give it to someone else. You're just like, nah.
Yeah.
It's a good shout. He keeps can't start thinking about who's taking it until like the very last minute.
True. But
it does make sense.
The whole Havertz thing though is like fuck off. Like just because you scoring a pen when you're 2-0 up does not mean that all of a sudden
you're
like yeah, decent pen. But yeah, it's okay. I suppose it's a bit of a confidence booster, but it's like it's bullshit though, really. Yeah. Purnell had a bit of a shocker at least, so at least I beat him.
I'm glad to see that there's a lot of teams with like. I felt like I was like the only one with getting bad rotation and injury problems, but
the last few weeks though, it has just been like, you know, a lot of people did have Chilwell and then he stopped playing. A lot of people have gone on Sterling. I think that was a big mistake because it was home to Luton, man. Like
that fucked me because it's that 3-0 at home, and also they showed some promise in the first game of the season against Liverpool. I was thinking, yeah, they're going to kick on. Yeah, people were saying like even though Sterling, what did he get, like 20 odd points that week against Luton?
Yeah,
like his XG in all the other games is like pretty low. They're not creating many chances, and it turned out like that. Like they've been not scoring many goals.
Yeah,
not creating chances.
I still regret those 14 points of Gusto on the bench. I would be.
Oh yeah.
I'd be level with Greg if I had just started in that game. That was I try not to think about it. But yeah, I mean it's pretty tight, like between like 380 points up to like.
Yeah, I'm not too worried at the moment. I think there's a lot of people that, like you said, where 1 week a team's doing really well, and then the next week they don't score. It's easy to be reactionary and just be like, "Oh fuck, I'm putting them in. I'm taking them back out."
Yeah,
you put them in the first place for a reason, probably because they've got a run of like 5 good fixtures. Just because they don't do anything in like 2 games, it's not the end of the world. But it's hard to time it right this season, it seems.
Yeah. That Matoma one was fucked as well. A couple of last week, because he didn't even start. He was on the bench, and I look. You look at the teams, and you're like, oh sweet, Matoma's not even starting. And then he came on at half time and scored 2. Like he scored about 20 seconds after coming on, didn't he? Like at the start of the second half.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. Yeah.
Let's have a look at the old head-to-head then.
Oh yeah. Quick look at that.
Because if I'm beating you in R1, then maybe I'm actually doing all right in this.
Yeah, you might be. So I got a win at least. Sloner, I didn't realise Sloner got 74 last week. What the fuck?
I don't know. I think he had Odegaard, maybe.
Yeah, Odegaard, Morris captain, great shout. Trippier, Disassi, like a little bit of a differential.
Yeah.
Isaac. Man, that's like literally even Palmer on the bench got 5.
He might be now, actually. Well, Chelsea's still not looking great actually with their fixtures, but he's looked like a bright spark anyway when he's played.
That's fair play. That's literally one of the best scores I've seen from last week. Yeah, Morris captain was a great shout. I suppose if you're going to bring him in for a double game week, you might as well. You might as well.
How many people have got Isaac either looking through those teams that we just went through, and he's got, and Wilson's injured, isn't he? So
people jumped on him at the start, and then he had a few weeks where he didn't do anything.
Did I win or lose? I can't see.
You lost, but yeah, to Tim, he had a good score. Standings wise, Edders is doing well.
He's up there.
But Edders is one of the, because he lives in Oz. I think last season he was doing all right for a while, but then when it came to like the double game weeks and like
Christmas,
Yeah, and like I think there was a couple of weeks where he missed it, or like
Yeah, when the games start coming thick and fast.
yeah, or there's a full fixture list in midweek or something. So yeah, I mean he's susceptible to one of those, but strong start. Rye, the two Martin brothers doing well. We're firmly mid-table.
Yeah.
Reedy's having another shocker.
I mean, he's always going to be shitting head to head because he takes fucking so many minors every week. But he'll probably be doing a bit better overall.
Not really. He's on 360. So not great. Calvert-Lewin is interesting. He did actually score, to be fair, but that is interesting.
Quite a lot of similar teams actually looking at it. It's not that
well, at the moment, like the injury, yeah. Then like in midfield, like everyone's got Saka, Madders, like Salah. He has managed to get Salah and Son.
Yeah, so that is actually a fucking good team on paper because Dina's been doing a bit better recently as well with assists and clean sheets. He must have been on the money making again, I think, because I don't know how he's afforded that, and his bench isn't too bad either.
Yeah, we'll have a pretty strong team for this week.
Yeah, very strong.
Know what? Oh yeah, just Saka for Arsenal. But yeah, so I'm surprised. Yeah, Page, that's a bit harsh considering he's got a pretty good score.
And Matt 385 and Pernell 395.
Yeah. Just having a quick look at before we go, the fixtures. Obviously, no game tonight. Spurs is the early one, so that's going to be like pretty key. I think I'm going to stick with Salah. But yeah.
Who won the Luton Burnley game in midweek?
Burnley. I think 2-1 in the last minute. So yeah.
Actually, yeah, so that's a bit weird. So they played Monday evening and Luton, and then they've got to play again early on Saturday. So they've had a bit less rest.
Wow, that game wasn't even Monday evening.
It's
Wednesday or something. Yeah. Yeah. Spurs should have a bit of a field day there. Like Chelsea away to Burnley, you just don't know with Chelsea. I was having a look at doing an ACCA this weekend, and I was like, I mean they should win, but
I was thinking about giving Sterling one last week. If Spurs weren't playing Luton and I needed to get Maddison back in, I probably would have given him one more week before their fixtures turn. But
yeah
easily be 0-0. Burnley win or Chelsea win. So
I was gonna give Chilwell probably last week and this week because he would have played both. You would have thought, but yeah, it wasn't to be. Yeah, Fulham, Sheffield United. I think Leno, hopefully, good chance for another clean sheet there. United, Brentford again.
Anything.
It could be anything. Brentford are pretty poor at the minute, but if you need points, then playing United is probably a good opposition. But yeah, Sunday's going to be interesting. So you're the 4:30 kickoff on Sunday.
Yeah, no Rodri still in that. So
true. I heard about like their record with and without him. It's mad, isn't it? It's like
I haven't seen it, but I imagine that it's
their win record drops substantially when he's not playing.
I think our problem is if Saka isn't fit, or even if he is fit, we haven't got any pace at the moment. Like we struggled in obviously we lost to Lons in midweek. Without Martinelli, it's like we've got no threat in behind, and it's just sideways. So I'm still not too confident about that game. If we can get a draw, I'd be well happy with that.
Is Trossard still? What's happening with Trossard? Because you think
he had a stinker in midweek though.
Oh, did
he? Yeah, but I think last time he played City, he did well. But yeah, we've got too many like those little like him, Havertz, Jesus. They're all quite similar players. And it's just like there's not much variation at the moment. So I think it'd be quite low score in that game.
Yeah. Hopefully Liverpool will smash Brighton. Nothing for Matoma again would be helpful. And then Villa away to Wolves. So yeah, I'm going in on Villa at the moment, obviously with Cash and Diaby, and then I don't know whether going for Watkins as well is then going a bit overboard if I do bring
I
him
think
in the next few weeks.
I think 2's enough.
Yeah.
I haven't got any, and Wolves are pretty. I mean, when Brighton played them, they destroyed them on the counter attack, and Aston Villa are a very counter attacking team. So Diaby, I fancy him to do something this week.
I'm waiting for a big score from Diaby because he's always.
You see the highlights, isn't it? He's always involved, like shots, crosses.
Yeah. And like he has been returning, but he hasn't had like that big score yet. Where I think he could easily like get a couple of goals in a game or something like that. So hopefully that's coming. West Ham Newcastle should be a good game.
Yeah.
And Brighton Liverpool. Yeah, some good fixtures this week.
Let's have a little gander what the transfers are saying to see who people are bringing in. Probably pretty obvious, but
Son's got to be like.
He must have gone up quite a bit.
And Watkins. Let's have a. Ariola's still 4.2. Oh, Leno's gone up 0.1. Oh, sweet. I brought him in when he was still 4.5. So I've made 0.1 on him. But I'm surprised that he's been brought. I suppose they have got Sheffield United this week, but their fixtures after that, I'd be looking to get him out. So I don't know. What's West Ham's fixtures like? Pretty good.
Yeah, I still got Ward-Prowse.
I think I'm gonna have to do that. Then I can save 0.4 on my keeps if I get Areola in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe I might look at changing Mbuemo for Bowen actually when that changes.
If I do that, I'll have 1.9 in the bank. Yeah, I think Mbuemo is the next one who's gonna have to go. Yeah. But if I can't afford Son, then maybe Bowen. Yeah.
I think Son you can get away with if you've got Maddison and maybe a Spurs defender to. But yeah, I think Bowen, Diaby are probably the ones in that bracket to keep an eye on. And Brighton, maybe Matoma, their fixtures get a bit better soon.
Yeah, maybe even Odegaard. I'm gonna have Odegaard and Saka.
Yeah, because we must be due a good run of fixtures soon. We seem to have like one hard one, then one easy one.
Yeah, pretty decent. Other than that, Newcastle away game, Sheffield United, Burnley, Brentford, Wolves.
That is good.
Yeah, I might even double up because not many people have got both. But yeah, Mbuemo's gonna have to go. So I couldn't even if I took a -4 next week and I brought in.
I just seen Lamptey's quite high up on that transfers in, so he might be going up soon.
Areola and Odegaard. I could do that. Tempting for next week. Matty Cash. So he must have gone up because I brought him in like straight after their game.
Probably got up 0.2.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Yeah, so he's 4.9 now. Trippier, Burn. Son number 1 in midfield. Madders, Bowen. Salah's finally gone up 0.1. I was like, surely he's going to go up sooner or later. That's taken a while. And then Watkins. We need Watkins to have a bit of a stinker.
We do. Massively. Although you're covered with Diaby, so if he's assisting him or likewise.
True.
A bit. I'm completely fucked on that one.
Yeah. Ward-Prowse has been solid for you, though, isn't it?
He's been quality. You got another assist in midweek.
He's not in the England squad, isn't it? It's like Jordan Henderson's in the England squad, and Ward-Prowse isn't. Yeah. Southgate's starting to take the absolute piss.
It is. It's like, I don't know what happened with Ben White at the World Cup, but he's never in any of the squads anymore either. It's just like,
yeah.
And centre back in, and I know he plays right back for us, but he would be good at centre back for England.
Yeah. He used to always say as well, like, you have to be playing to get in the team.
Yeah,
he's completely abandoned that now.
Didn't Calvin Phillips started the last game, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's in the squad again. Yeah, silly. I'm liking that though. Yeah.
Wait, so what are you doing there? Odegaard in for Mbuemo?
Yeah, but I need to bring in Areola for Leno to afford that. But
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think at some point, if I don't know how much more patience I can have, like I've toyed with like a couple of -12s just to try and get a team sort like a little mini wild card to set me up. Because if Villa do well this week, I'm going to have to do something, and then on top of needing to get some Liverpool players in.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like I just sometimes it's worth it. Like I said last week, I just didn't. I really don't want to take -8s, but last week I would have actually been better off if I did in the end. It's the risk of doing the early transfers in it because I have beaten a lot of price rises this season by doing that. But when you do it and then there's an injury midweek, you're just like, like like it can happen where you do one that wasn't actually like super necessary, and then it costs you. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, we'll leave it there. Sorry, Sloan, I missed a few of your comments. Diaby's so sick. I couldn't agree more, mate. I couldn't agree more. No Mars. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, guys.
So no, I appreciate being away for a few weeks. So we need to get the momentum going again.
Yeah.
We'll keep it solid.
We've got an international break coming up now.
Yeah, I know.
Another little break for us.
Yeah, but after that, there'll be no more international breaks for a while. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
we'll be properly into the season.
We will,
and we'll get these going, and I'll get them set up a bit earlier as well. All right, cool.
Cheers, guys.
Nice one. Safe, Ben. Have a nice weekend.
Safe.
Right, cool. In a bit.